So, what is a social movement? We know that social movements can occur on the local, national, and global stage. Some examples of these are the Save Our Serious movement, which is a social movement about saving public housing in Sydney. There are national movements like the hashtag Change the Date, which seeks to move the date of Australia Day. There's also global climate change rallies, such as the one spearheaded by Greta Thunberg. But what exactly constitutes a social movement, and how do we define it? An important thing to remember about social movements is that they are not a mass fad or a trend, which are unorganised, fleeting, and without goals. And that is according to Christensen in 2009. According to Christensen, social movements are organised yet informal social entities engaged in extra-institutional conflict that is orientated towards a goal. These goals can be either aimed at a specific and narrow policy or be more broadly aimed at cultural change. As you've probably realised already in this unit, politics don't exist in a vacuum. They're not just a set of processes and procedures that take place in Parliament House, and they're not something you participate in and with your vote every federal or state election. We're all political animals, and we all have some views on something or other. Social movements in a liberal democracy can be considered an extension of active citizenship. We can challenge, and we should challenge, what we don't like in our society. For example, we might protest certain legislation that comes in about how refugees are treated, or a newly proposed tax that vulnerable minorities are unlikely to afford, or making all our personal health information accessible on a My Health record. The beauty of social movements is that they exercise the right to dissent from government policies. At least that's the case in our society, here in Australia. This might prove difficult in other countries where, for example, some social movements need to go underground as a result of a very authoritarian government.